2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Brooklyn Nets in their house, Barclays Center. Looking at the Nets, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Guys, it might have taken some time for him to adjust to the NBA, but D'Angelo Russell becoming a force in the league. What do you think finally clicked for him, Shaq?
Well, one, he's getting the ball, and two, he was given more freedom and control on offense. And he's making more measured decisions on offense. He's not as sporadic as he used to be.
Learning how to say no. You know, being a point guard, you got to say no to some of the best players in the world. I can't get you the ball right now. And he's getting comfortable creating for others.
Thank you for joining us. We go courtside now. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. The story here, Dennis Schroeder, injured and unable to play.
Yeah, and it's going to be a few weeks until they can get him back, but not as bad as it could have been. In the end, given the way it looked, boy, I tell you, when they had to help him off, he'll probably consider that to be good news.
Well, Clark, tonight a rarity. Both these teams love to run their offense through the block, through the big men. Why is that a dying trend in the NBA?
Well, I think the three-point shot has dictated that more teams are going to utilize that. Then analytics have come into play. The three-point shot is more valuable than the easy two in many cases. So teams are really tilting their offenses towards spacing the floor, shooting the three-point shot more than pounding the ball inside. And the pace of the game now lends itself to more three-point shooting and perimeter shooting than posting up.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Bembry, Ilyasova out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Delaney in at the 1. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. So it's Brooklyn now. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
And you know, Greg, to me that's baffling. I'm not sure why they didn't do some dine in eating. Go inside and eat instead of all that work in the drive-through behind the arc.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And there's the pass to Dedmon. The feed to Bellinelli. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Outside, Lynn. He dishes it to Mozgov. He can't get it to go.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Ilyasova, a screen on Lynn. Delaney. That's short off the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And that's good. Jeremy Lin for 3.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Ilyasova a screen. Delaney kicks to Bembry. 6 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Off the left rim and up. Nets leading by 3. Here's Russell. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Bembry. Ilyasova a screen. Floats one. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Playing big, willing to go toe-to-toe against the guy who towers over him.
Yeah, I like his heart there, the competitive spirit. I mean, refusing to be held in check by bigger defenders. That's all heart and competitive spirit. The Nets can't sell players on winning just yet, but they've created a top-notch infrastructure in the meantime, and they have a gleaming new practice facility, better accommodations for players' families during the game. Those little things are big things and make a difference.
Now here's Booker. 14 points from him the last game against Orlando.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Bellinelli kicks to Dedmon. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. We talk about the top-notch facilities for the Nets. You figure it signals their intent to be a top-notch franchise.
Well, you've got to invest in the development, and that means facilities and people. You've got to take care of your players and their families. That's important. And players really take note of those kinds of things. And if you're going to do it well, you've got to do those things right.
Here's Lynn. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Jeremy Lin, an attack guard if there ever was one. He wants to play downhill all the time, explodes to the rim and forces the defense to react to his drives.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Lynn's athleticism certainly is underrated. Back, in fact, Clark, when he played with the Rockets, they said he had the quickest first step they'd ever measured.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he is deceptively athletic, and he uses that athleticism at both ends. Defensively, he can get steals and blocks too, Kevin.
Both free throws good from Lynn.
And Jeremy Lin, you know, I think has a great reputation. He's a confident guy who provides energy at both guard spots.
Delaney, the pass to Bellinelli. Here's Bembry. He's guarded by Russell. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now, here is Russell. Bellinelli is covering. Russell dishes to Mozgov. Here's Lynn. Out to Russell. Goes up again. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
So going to the free throw line is Russell off a quick dribble drive.
And a big move for D'Angelo Russell this past offseason. Traded from the Lakers to Brooklyn. Now one of the major building blocks of this team that has embraced him wholeheartedly.
And so Russell hits them both. And with the draft spot the Lakers had and the spotted history with D'Angelo Russell, you know, Greg, it wasn't a huge shock to see him move.
You know, it just seemed to me that Russell wasn't the right fit for what LA wanted to do. Still a very young and talented player who has a chance to kind of reinvent himself here in New York. He's shown a bit more maturity since that trade and since joining this team.
Here's Lynn following the bucket by the Hawks to the wing right side. Russell kicks to Lynn. He feeds it to Booker. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Booker's got his first bucket in this one.
And you got to respect the ruggedness of Booker. I mean, crafty at finding ways to get close to the bucket.
Delaney, the pass to Dedmon. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
The Hawks making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
And again, it's Atlanta. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Picked by Mozgov. It's deflected. Here's Bembry. He has 5. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
David thinks sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
And you know, guys, that being the case, they can't play soft today. I mean, they've got to really be locked in on being the aggressors. Come out firing and try to get off to a good start.
The Nets with the lead. Hollis Jefferson passes to Russell, and it's good off the back rim and in. Russell's got 6 points.
Boy, he's so good at creating shots in that mid-range area. D'Angelo, a difficult guy to stay close to.
Here's Bellinelli, and it's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Atlanta working now with the new shot clock. Passes it to Delaney. To the middle, and Ilyasova kicks to Bembry. Shot clock at 5, beyond the arc. That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by Bellinelli.
Boy, Ilyasova, really an aggressive mindset scorer. I mean, when he's in rhythm and he's getting the ball in a good spot, he's a highly effective point producer.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Here's Dinwiddie. 9 points last game out. Feeds to Zeller. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
And it seems like they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
Drains the three-pointer.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Cook dishes to Muscala, pass to Collins. Here's Brucino, another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. To the wing on the left. From the baseline. Crab, no good. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Here's Brucino in Atlanta again with the bucket. Nets trail by 3. Here's Dinwiddie. This is to Crab. Picked by Zeller. Crab, good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And so it's Atlanta with it. After the basket by Brooklyn, he gets it in there. Cook's got 5 points so far. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Dinwiddie. Picked by Zeller. Dinwiddie passes to Zeller. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Fires the 3. First shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast.
Hey, I tell you what, the contest on that shot was lacking. Very subpar, which is why the shooter buried it.
Pass to Brucino. They set the pick. There's the dish to Muscala. Zeller grabs the board. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Carroll. No good that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
Ditto that. When you give up this many points at the line, makes it a lot easier for the opposition.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Nets.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner 3. And when they have, these been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it to Dorsey. Muscala dishes to Dorsey. Here's Brucino. He's guarded by Crab. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. Brucino misses. Nets shooting 43% since taking the floor today. LeVert the pass to Crab. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Crab's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here is Cook. Here's Collins. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lynn has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lynn.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Yeah, and that bench, boy, has been really good. Provided a nice spark so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Damari Carroll out there. He's out there with Zeller. LeVert out there with Crabbe. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. Here's Dinwiddie after the basket by Atlanta. Pick by Zeller. Dinwiddie kicks to Zeller. And with a lot of players changing their team in the offseason, Clark, I know a hard part of going to that new team is learning how to play with a new teammate.
You know what? I never had a chance to experience that as an NBA player being traded, but I watched guys go through it, and you're right. It is difficult, much more so than people think, because you're adjusting to a different style, a different chemistry and vibe with your new teammates, and it takes a little while to figure out how you best fit in with your skill set to your new team.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Zeller.
And, of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
And so Zeller nails both of them. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Cook kicks to Collins. Cook dishes to Collins. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pick by Zeller. Carroll kicks to Zeller, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. But unfortunately, all past their prime. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
And he can't get the first one. He's off on the second. And if there's one thing the Hawks have hung their hats on, it's been their defense.
Very disciplined across the board. They take charges, they protect the paint, they do a great job with their communication. And even though they get their share of blocks and steals, I think they do a great job of avoiding those cheap fouls.
Brooklyn trailing. Out to the wing. Here's LeVert. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Dedmon, the shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Brasino. He's guarded by Crabbe. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up. And the Hawks known for their equal opportunity drive and kick offensive style. But Greg, their three-point shooting percentage has cratered the last few seasons.
Yeah, and the way the league is going, that's something they'll have to fix. The free throw line, also an issue for this group. It's clear they're in search of more shooting.
And he knocks down the first one. It's been a coaching carousel in Brooklyn in recent years, Clark. Your thoughts on Coach Kenny Atkinson, who came from Atlanta, and what he's done there, and what about his staff?
Well, you know, brave souls, and I think Kenny Atkinson has the right approach. Time will tell what kind of coach he becomes, but I like what I've seen from him. He confessed that people he respected told him he'd be insane to take the job, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, and he stepped into it. The Nets have to return the faith he showed and give him time to build this team.
It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Tyler Zeller.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Dedmon. He has 6. And the Nets offense, Clark, looking to play up tempo. First in the league last season in possessions per game.
Yeah, and really trying to exploit and take advantage of their youth. Following the Spurs model, spreading the minutes out, trying to use more guys. I think it helps them play at that pace when you can utilize more players.
First one falls for him. We know that getting to the free throw line is almost a skill unto itself, Clark. Which players are elite in your mind in their ability to draw contact?
Well, Kevin, one of the first guys that comes to mind is James Harden, and Russell Westbrook would be another. So good at attacking the defense, putting their bodies into the defender, and because of that, they make it hard for the defenders to guard them without fouling. But those two guys come to mind right away and having that skill of drawing fouls.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Lynn. He's got 5. The pass to Mozgov. Shot clock at 6. 9 feet out. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Beautiful timing there by Mozgov. Converts off the miss.
Delaney kicks to Bellinelli. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The feed to Dedmon. Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Russell. Bellinelli, and that's good. Bellinelli's got 7.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Here's Hollis Jefferson.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Outside, Russell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 5 to shoot. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Hollis Jefferson.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Bembry. 5 points in the game. Ilyasova a screen. And stolen by Booker. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He shoots again, and the layup is up and in. 6 points for him.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
Passes it to Delaney. He dishes it to Dedmon. Back to Delaney. Booker pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Then the pass to Mozgov. Delaney kicks to Bembry. Ilyasova a screen. Off the screen. Bembry misses.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen. Got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
The Hawks leading. Pass to Delaney for three. Connects from three-point range. Delaney's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Lynn. It's deflected. Mozgov kicks to Russell. Back to Mozgov. Tries again. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Mozgov's got 4 this quarter.
At his height, with his size, I mean, that high release point on the jumper, very difficult to alter Mozgov's shot.
Delaney kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Delaney, defended by Lynn. 5 to shoot, to the paint, got a piece of it. Shoots from 14. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Mozgov sets a screen for Lynn. He feeds it to Mozgov. Oh, wait a second, guys. We've got a whistle, and it's on the defense. So a shooting foul on the dunk, so a chance to grab those 2 points coming up here at the line. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
That's good from Mozgov. And Clark, as you watch the game at both the college and pro levels over the years, what has been the biggest change for you in your view of that?
Well, you know what, Kevin, there are a couple of things. The athleticism, the real emphasis on training and strengthening the core, meaning from your kneecaps to your sternum. The work that's done to train the hamstrings and quads and glutes and that core area as a place of power, as your center of power, is one of the significant changes I've seen, not just in basketball, but all sports. And it's benefited the athletes greatly and the overall athleticism. And then from a playing standpoint or on the floor standpoint, I think the three-point shot. I think that's been the biggest dramatic change in the game.
Now Lynn, he has 5. Feeds it to Mozgov. Back to Lynn. Here's Delaney. Rebound, Brooklyn. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
2 conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. It's very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
Here's Bellinelli. 7 points in the game. Dishes it to Ilyasova. Shoots over Mozgov. Atlanta again missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And he can't get the first one.
A couple of things that make Ilyasova so unique are his quickness and shooting ability at 6'10".
And he's good on the second.
And, you know, Kenny Atkinson is a basketball lifer, Kevin. Played professionally abroad, and after his playing career was over, he went right into coaching.
Now here's Lynn. 5 points in the game. Booker inside, working on Ilyasova. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
Boy, I love Trevor Booker's game now. Physical, dependable, consistent. Man continues to evolve his game.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact, because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
And Atkinson, with a couple years as an assistant in Paris, 4 years in New York with the Knicks, came from Atlanta where he was a big-time assistant and well thought of by fellow Hawk players.
Yeah, you know, and after a decade as an assistant, Kevin, he led the Dominican national team, so he's had a vast reservoir of experiences on the sidelines as a coach, and now he's, of course, leading the Brooklyn Nets, and had a chance to hear him at a conference last year, and this guy is really got a chance to be outstanding as a coach and leader.
Here's Bellinelli. He has 7. 5 on the clock. Here's Delaney. And that one comes up a bit short.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm, because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
Ilyasova is screen on Russell. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Mozgov. Alan Crabb comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Levert's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. He used that pick to get in close. Booker's got 4 this quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Bembry. They set the screen. Off the screen. No good off the front iron.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Delaney kicks to Collins. To stop the run, they grab their own miss. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And another thing they've done right from the start is converting a lot of those second chance opportunities. Those can be hard to come by sometimes.
Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Yep, that one goes.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
1:25 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Levert. Back to Carroll. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Carroll's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed
with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Pass to Collins. 54 seconds left now here in the second. Cook kicks to Muscala. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Dinwiddie. He kicks to Zeller. The dish to Dinwiddie. Collins against Carroll. Nets passing it around. The Nets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
That's good from Crab. Both free throws good from Crab.
You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's the pick. Here's Brasino. 7 points in the game. For Atlanta, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Here's Collins, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. Defensively and offensively, they improved quite a bit in the second quarter, and they've got a nice 8-point halftime lead to show for it. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we return to Brooklyn, the Barclays Center, which you can see from that gorgeous shot from above the arena. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. One guy who's been getting it done is Tyler Zeller.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah.
The Hawks trail by 8. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Ilyasova out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Delaney in at the point guard. There's Hollis Jefferson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Hollis Jefferson's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Nets. And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
And Ilyasova throws it down.
Boy, impressive intensity displayed by Ilyasova. He's a real Energizer Bunny type of guy who can sky up really fast and finish at the rim with a lot of force.
And here is Lynn. Back to Russell. They set the pick over Bellinelli, and it's Russell missing. The Hawks trail by 8. Shoots the 3. Here's Dedmon. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Dedmon's got 10 points in the game.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Here's Booker over Ilyasova, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Trevor Booker is generously listed at 6'8". We call that a program height. But he is a quick leaper, so he plays bigger than he is. You let him get in close, and he'll punch that ticket on you.
Clarkin, as good as Booker is around the rim, he's looking to stretch his range out beyond the arc.
And that's a wise move for him as a player. Expand your range because you've shown you can make that shot, and I think that just makes him more valuable on offense.
Both free throws good from Booker. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. To the wing right side. Here's Delaney. Knocked away. 5 to shoot. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And check out the numbers for Lynn. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 14 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Here's Bembry. 7 points in the game. Ilyasova a screen. Lots of room. Bembry misses.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Delaney kicks to Dedmon. Bellinelli passes to Delaney. Here's Bembry, defended by Lynn. Back to Delaney. A 3-ball. Here's Ilyasova. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Boy, the agility that Ilyasova possesses along with his size make him a hard cover in the paint.
The Hawks have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Now here's Lynn. He has 7. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Inside, Mozgov. Out to Russell. Mozgov sets a screen for Russell. Back to Mozgov. He got right to the cup using that screen. Mozgov's got 11.
Nice little move in there. The ever-developing skill set of Timothy Mozgov.
Took him no time at all on that one. Brooklyn leading by 9. Lynn with it. Booker outside. Kicks to Mozgov. Back to Booker. Lynn sets the pick for Russell. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Dedmon. He's got 10. And Bellinelli kicks to Ilyasova. Over Booker. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Right side, Lynn. Booker in the corner. He tries for 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Booker's got 7 now in this quarter. Delaney kicks to Bembry. Now the pass to Bellinelli. Ilyasova, a screen on Russell. Bellinelli dishes to Ilyasova. No good from outside. Nets leading by 12. Lynn the pass to Booker. It's tipped.
Boy, the defensive chops of Ilyasova really coming into play here. I mean, quite surprising, actually impressive at how good he is at timing those shot blocks.
Here's Delaney. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Count the basket.
Boy, I like seeing the ball get to that spot. It doesn't get much better than that.
Up top, Russell. Bellinelli is covering. Outside, Lynn. Rebounded by the Hawks. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Lynn. They set the pick. There's Russell with the 3. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Bellinelli kicks to Ilyasova. That shot, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Russell dishes to Booker. Back to Russell. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
And this is what you get with a bigger guard. D'Angelo able to finish through contact.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And for D'Angelo Russell, the offensive talent is obvious. But it seems his defense, Clark, has a ways to go.
Well, he's got the package now. He's got good size. He's not a great athlete. He's a good athlete, but not an explosive, powerful athlete. I think he's got to get stronger. And the other pieces, he's got to really be about the mental aspect, the focus, and the consistent effort day in and day out to maximize his physical gifts.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's Cook. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Cook's got 7 points.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Crabb. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Hawks.
Well, they haven't really been strong enough inside. I mean, they haven't been a force or aggressive with getting those good quality looks in the paint. And I think the one-dimensionality of their offense is going to continue to be an issue because the defense isn't having to worry about clogging the lane or defending down low.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Officials have been scrutinized by players and coaches and analysts alike for as long as the games have been played. Clark, just how hard is it to be an official in the NBA?
Kevin, harder than I can really articulate. When you think about the number of calls, the speed and strength and athleticism of the players, the dimensions of the court being such a confined space for 10 extremely athletic, powerful players, all of that speaks to me in this way. The NBA officials are fantastic. Yes, they make mistakes, but all human beings make mistakes, and that human element should always be part of the game. I like technology aiding the officials, but I don't ever want to see us eliminate the human element of officiating.
These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. And you look at Crabb, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
He misses the free throw. So he comes up empty, missing both. The Hawks trail by 9. Dorsey, that's good.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Crabb kicks to Dinwiddie. Count that bucket. Dinwiddie's got 5 now. Here is Cook. 7 points in the game. And there's the feed to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. They set the pick. Here's Brasino. 10 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. An easy layup after coming off the pick. 12 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Dinwiddie. And he banks in the layup. And the Nets lead by 9.
Well, I tell you what, they've got to be fuming. I mean, they were way too late in contesting that layup.
And Dorsey kicks to Cook. Muscala, the pass to Cook. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Nets leading by 9 to the inside. Passes it to Carroll. Got a hand on it. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Dorsey. Another shot. Collins. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. The Hawks trail by 11. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
And the Hawks with possession here. Muscala dishes to Dorsey. Here is Cook. 7 points in the game. Not enough on that one as it misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Fires, high post. Crab, no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. They set the screen. Brasino kicks to Muscala.
And they've struggled from three-point range here in the second half, and it's making it that much harder for them to chip away at that lead.
Collins against Carroll. Shot by Collins, no good.
That was not the best screen in the world, clearly. Got to credit the defense for keeping after the shooter and making it difficult for him.
Yep, that one goes in there.
You got to D up LeVert better than that, Kevin. I mean, he excels at scoring over the defense.
Cook kicks to Collins. Pass to Muscala. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Muscala's got his first points in this one.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, where's your fight? You got to show more fight than that.
There's a good screen. LeVert the pass to Carroll. It's stolen by Muscala. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer. But they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
Here is Cook. 7 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Cook's got it back down to single digits for the Hawks. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Cram. Not a lot of room. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Crab's got 9.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Craig. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's get a stop. Let's play out of motion. Let's run them. Let's play at our pace. Let's go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Looking to play at their tempo. Mike Budenholzer really wants them to assert themselves, trying to dominate this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, his energy is up there, hoping his team's energy is just as high. They may push every chance they get.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. We've got Zeller. Jamari Carroll is out there with Alan Crabb, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The Hawks trail by 10. Cook kicks to Muscala. They set the pick. Cook, the pass to Brasino. There's the three. Here's Collins. That shot off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Grab dishes to Zeller. That one drops for him. And now a 12-point Nets lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
That one misses for Collins. Nets leading by 10. Lynn kicks to Booker. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Off target with his three. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
One shot.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Hawks.
One shot, gentlemen.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Lynn. Screened by Russell. Kicks it out to Booker. From beyond the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Atlanta again missing. Brooklyn leading by 7. To the paint. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And the awareness from Lynn, outstanding. A true point guard who really sees the floor well.
Hawks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Dedmon passes it to Bellinelli. And he converts the layup. Here's Lynn. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Screened by Russell. Lynn dishes to Russell. 5 on the clock. Hollis Jefferson passes to Mosgow. And it's Delaney with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 8. Inside. Got a piece of it.
The 7'2" wingspan of Hollis Jefferson paying off right there. His defense can be suffocating.
It's Russell with the drive.
From the moment he set foot in the league, Rondé Hollis Jefferson has been an elite defender. That's his calling card. He's a terrific athlete. Can guard really any position on the floor, except maybe some centers. But heck, I wouldn't even mind trying him against most of the centers for short stints. He's that good on D.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, a lot of people are starting to wonder, is Russell going to be the future of this league? Time will tell. That's a big mountain to climb for the young fella from Louisville.
And so Russell hits them both. The Hawks trail by 10. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Start it.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
7-1 with a plus wingspan. Mozgov can send your shot behind you in a hurry.
Shot clock at 6. Delaney kicks to Bellinelli.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Bembry. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Ilyasova is screen on Russell. Feeds it to Ilyasova. Good on the three-point shot.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Picked by Mozgov. Lynn dishes to Mozgov. Rebound, Atlanta. Dedmon's got his 8th rebound here tonight. That's tipped, stolen by Jeremy Lin. Lets the 3 fly. The offensive rebound out to Russell. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Nets lead by 12.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Dedmon scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
Outside, Lynn. He feeds it to Booker. Picked by Mozgov. Booker the pass to Mozgov. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And stolen by Booker. There's Hollis Jefferson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Rondé Hollis Jefferson Clark, he can do a lot of different things, but the hole in his game has been his inability to shoot the ball.
Well, I've got to be honest with you. That jumper of his is really broke. I mean, it's just quirky and unorthodox and needs some work. It's awkward, very awkward. And he seemed to regress a bit offensively in his second year. If he can repair that shot, though, I think he's got a lot to offer.
That free throw missing.
Well, you talk about defensive potential, all defense potential. Look no further than Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Delaney. Right wing. Dedmon kicks to Delaney. Ilyasova in the post. Defended by Booker. They set the pick. Here's Delaney. 6 to shoot. Mozgov with the steal. Now here's Lynn. He's guarded closely. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Bembry with the rebound.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
The Hawks trail by 11. There's a screen. Dishes it to Bellinelli.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
11 feet away. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I mean, of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Ilyasova is screen on Russell. Cook kicks to Ilyasova. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Nets leading by 13. Up top, Russell. Over Cook. And that's off the glass and in. And that's 15 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Getting more comfortable attacking inside is Russell. Nice job, D-Russ.
Now Ilyasova. The Hawks working the ball around. Bembry kicks to Cook. Just 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the drought. Dedmon's shot is off. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Lynn dishes to Russell. There's the screen. Over to the left wing. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Hawks trail by 17. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Dedmon. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
And it's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. There's the dish to Booker. Deep 2 from Russell. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And that's 17 points for D'Angelo Russell.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Atlanta with the ball. 19-point game. Delaney kicks to Cook. Ilyasova a screen. A floater, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
First one falls for him. And so Cook nails both of them. And here is Lynn. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Atlanta's head athletic trainer about his status. He told me that he suffered a sprained toe. He'll have to sit the rest of this one out, and it's unclear how much longer he'll be out afterwards. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. The Hawks making a switch here. Brusino's checked in. Here's Delaney. Ilyasova a screen. Delaney kicks to Ilyasova. Good on the triple. Ilyasova's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Hawks.
And Ilyasova has a lot of shine on his game as a scorer. I mean, you can't ever go wrong giving him touches.
Out to Russell. Back to Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
You know, the Russian Mozgov is a really valuable big guy, effective on both ends of the floor, and those guys are hard to find.
Delaney kicks to Brusino. Ilyasova a screen. Here's Brusino. He's guarded by Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Right at the free throw line. Offensive rebound. Dedmon. Can't get it to fall. And here are the Nets. They're on a 17-7 run. Russell passes to Lynn. He kicks it to Mozgov. And the pass to Russell. In the corner, it's Lynn. There's the pick. Out to Russell. Outside, Lynn. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Jacks up a three. Rebound, Atlanta.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category. Possession after possession, we watched them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against the Hawks.
So for the Nets, Tamari Carroll's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Alan Crabb comes in for D'Angelo Russell. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. And so he makes both from the line. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Picked by Mozgov. Kicks to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 5. To the left wing. Crabb dishes to Carroll. Picked away. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, guys. Here with Jeremy Lin. Jeremy, were you satisfied with how the team played at both ends tonight?
Tonight there wasn't anything offensively. We moved the ball really well. We found the open man. We let their defense dictate which shots we were going to take, and I think defensively is where we really got to shore some things up.
Well, you got to make some adjustments, but at least you got the win. Thanks, Jeremy. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.